Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome once again to Climac TV. My name is Clement. Yes, so what are we going to talk about today? So I just want to give you my own perspective of Cena getting banned by Wada for 3 months. So over the past few days or 2 days ago, when the news broke out, I've been a little bit busy, but regardless, I've seen some videos, some people giving their own reaction. This is just my biggest takeaway from the whole situation. Actually, 3 months suspension from WADA. So, what does that give the tour? So how are they going? I can see it's a very very mixed reactions from players, but the top players they didn't really comment too much about it. They didn't want to come up as sound like they were really eager for Cena to get his suspension. But in all, what I think is actually going on right here is WADA they didn't do a very good job. If they were going to give Cena suspension for 3 months, then why pick up the case in the first place? Because I think the case was already done and dusted by the ITF and the ATP. They have already given their verdict. So they shouldn't have pursued the case if they were going to give Cena just 3 months ban without any serious ramification. Because what I think really happened, they didn't do a very good job. If you were going to come up with a ban, at least you should have given him up to about 6 months. At least he should have been missing at least one grand slam. Maybe you should have given the ban up to missing the French Open. At least that would have given a lot of satisfaction to some players who felt like this was not really a ban, that he got away with regardless of the situation. Because the Cena team make a very compelling argument saying that it's not this was a very very bad mistake. It was not done on purpose. So I can understand that case. I can understand that, but why picking it up again when the case, for my own argument is that why should you have to bring up the case up again if you are not going to give him a suspension that is going to satisfy everybody? I know everybody will not be satisfied regardless, even if Cena has missed a grand slam. So this is just like a vacation that you gave Cena and the team. So there should have been at least a lengthy verdict for at least some people should be satisfied, because they were like, I read the comment of Stan Wawrinka, which is another tennis player, who was like, okay, what actually did he say? He said tennis has lost its integrity. We all know Nick Kyrgios. He has been very very outspoken regarding this particular situation. So we all know where he stands when it comes to the Cena hate and stuff like that. So even Alcaraz and Djokovic, they didn't really say much about it because they didn't want to just sound like somebody who is bitter, who really wants Cena to go off the tour. So I think they have already put their mind in a rest, saying that he's not going to get a ban. But if you are doing this WADA, why giving him a 3 months ban for his own convenience? This is just like he's not missing anything. He doesn't really have a huge point to defend. So what I'm trying to say is that if you were going to come up with a ban, you should have given him a ban that would have led to him missing at least one grand slam. That's what my own argument about it. So if you wouldn't have, if you are so if you were so concerned about him getting a ban, at least you should have say, okay, we are not going to give you 3 months. We are going to give you a lengthy ban that would at least giving you to miss the French Open regardless. That would have been more satisfactory to the eyes of the public, other than just giving him this kind of a vacation that you have given him to go and rest. We all know what rest can really do for these top players when they really have it. He's not going to be rusty when he comes back. He's going to be doing a lot of training by himself. At least make it a little bit significant ban. At least he should feel it. Then when he comes back, he knows that he has missed something. He didn't miss the Australia Open. He's not going to miss the French Open. Then he's not going to miss Wimbledon, and he's not going to miss the US Open. That's just is just something like he's not going to sit well with a lot of players who felt like they are not doing it. They are giving him a pass because he's world number one, and then also because he's Italian. So regardless of everything, that's just my own perspective. What I feel they should have done in the case of this particular situation. I think the Wada, they didn't do a very, very good job. I know Cena made a very compelling argument saying that it was not his fault, like this, it was a mistake and stuff like that. Regardless, you tested positive in cholesterol, and it's not accepted in the tour. So this kind of precedent that they have set is going to hamper a lot of decisions, similar cases like this going forward, and people are going to remember it. This is not going to do anything to Cena's image, because people have a very, very short memory when it comes to this kind of situations. We can say in the case of Marin Cilic, I know he was not a top player, but he was still a Grand Slam champion. But nobody remembers his 5 months ban, except for Simona Halep, who got a 2 years ban because she tested positive, and Maria Sharapova, who almost immediately ruined her career altogether. But because those ones, they were doing it because they want to enhance their performances. So I don't think in the case of Cena, it was a case of negligence on the part of his staff, which he has fired. So what do I make in all of this? I know somebody like Djokovic will not be happy about this, because it just also reduce his chances of getting another Grand Slam title, because you know what happened in Australia Open. When you take out a guy like Alcaraz, and then Cena is waiting for you, maybe in the final or in the semi-final, and then two of them are going to be playing. Like I said, it's going to be very, very difficult for him to win a Grand Slam going forward. He will not be happy about this decision, but he's not going to say it, but he is just not going to be happy about it. So in the case of Alcaraz, regardless of the decision, he's going to do what he's going to do in any way, but still he's not going to be happy about the decision. At least Cena should have missed at least a Grand Slam. That's my own opinion about it. And Wada didn't do a very, very good job. Why settling in this way without him not missing any Grand Slam? So if you like this video, please leave your comment in this comment section, and please subscribe to this channel. And we're going to be bringing you also the coverage of the Qatar Open, who's going to be starting today, Monday, and then we're going to be talking about so many things. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.